Money can be a controversial topic, but thanks to the internet, there are a few financial fails that everyone can relate to. So I'm going to talk through 6 popular social media posts that I put out there that were memes of our favorite celebrities and TV shows, and some good money lessons that we all need to learn. And spoiler alerts, the last one just is one of my favorites, and I can't wait to show you. So make sure to like and subscribe and share this episode with a friend. Okay, we can trauma bond over money fails, can't we? Like, everyone knows and everyone feels like the times in life where you're like, oh, that was a mistake, or this is hard when it comes to our money. And we all feel that. And so learning these lessons is important. And some of these memes are going to help us. And so here is the first one. Miss Kim Kardashian.
That stuff, I don't care to show off like the way that I used to. It's just not who I am anymore.
You guys, I just can't even. All these diamonds.
Oh my gosh, this one makes me laugh all the time. Okay, this is you listening on podcasts. It's Kim Kardashian in the first part. It's like before I get paid, and she's with Ellen DeGeneres, like in like a pretty simple, like, you know, brown dress. And she's like, listen, I just don't care about this stuff. And then it flashes to her going to this like extravagant wedding, I think in like India or something. It's just all these diamonds everywhere. And it says, after I get paid. And so, listen, we all feel that, don't we? I mean, like, you get to the end of the month and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to let stuff, I'm not going to be materialistic. I'm not going to buy things I don't need. I'm like, this is not where I'm putting my worth and what I'm putting my mind. And then paycheck hits the account and you're like, I am rich. Like, I am going to go shopping. So listen, what you believe about money, regardless of before payday, after payday, you know, during maybe a hard season with money or an abundant season with money, you have to have consistent values because money can sway us, right? If you have an abundance of it, you feel like, oh, we're just going to party. And then you end up spending more than what you realize. So again, being consistent, regardless of where you are with money, is really key. But thanks, Kim, for helping us out. All right, here is the second meme.
You don't have enough money.
Okay, right here. It says right here in this account, we have $401,000.
Jackpot.
You missed it.
Nope. That says you have a 401k account.
Okay, so this one says, me checking to see if I can retire in 2025. And it's Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell sitting down with what looks like they're, you know, accountants or something. And $401,000. But no, that is a 401k. There's going to be all this jargon, all these theories out there. But understanding retirement investing is really, really key because a lot of people that I feel like more and more I'm hearing are getting to their 50s and their 60s. And they're like, hey, we want to retire. And then they realize, oh, I don't have enough money to retire. So it is very important to remember to pay off all of your debt, get a fully funded emergency fund, and then start funding 15% of your income into retirement. A 401k, just like Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler had. Fantastic. Okay. So your 401k is a great option. A Roth IRA is also great, but investing in retirement is so key. All right. The third meme with my girl Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes. Okay, so this one says, you check your bank account after girl math said to buy more for free shipping. And they're like all excited anticipation. And then, the defeat and the disappointment in life. So yes, this is real, you guys. Man, the way that companies can get you to buy things is like par none. I mean, people are so good now at getting you to spend money. So whether it's you seeing an influencer on social media, or maybe if it's the free shipping, whatever it is, listen, have a plan ahead of time and just know, number one, what is in your account to know, okay, do I have the wiggle room to buy this? And then also budget it so that you really do know exactly the amount of money per category in your life so that you're not waiting on pins and needles. And then all of a sudden it's like this shock factor of, oh my gosh, what did I do? So that is so key. But EveryDollar is like the best budgeting app too. So if you need a great app to help you when it comes to your budget, make sure to check out EveryDollar. I'll put a link down below. All right, next is coming from my all-time favorite TV show, Friends. And this is with Monica and Rachel.
Day comes, and that's every bit as hard as the night. And then the night comes again.
Okay, so this one is Monica and Rachel sitting at the kitchen table, and it says, when you're trying not to spend money. And it's just like, the nights are the hardest, and then the day comes. And it's just so hard. And listen, cutting back expenses for a season, it is hard. Like when you are used to a certain level of living and you're spending, but then you're realizing, oh, hold up. I don't like how I'm dealing with money. I don't like the results of my habits with money. I want to do something different. And so for a lot of people, it's like, yeah, I'm going to start paying off debt. I'm going to actually start budgeting. I'm going to actually start doing some of these things, which means usually in the short term, you're going to be cutting back your expenses. And this is just for a season. But let me just encourage you, you'll find a new normal. Okay, this is not for the long term. It's just for the short term to get your feet up under you and possibly get some margin back in your budget to do things like pay off debt or to have savings, that kind of thing. So in the long run, it is worth it. But yes, it is difficult in the nights and in the day, just like Rachel said. Now, one expense that doesn't have to break the bank and is 100% worth it, though, is Delete Me. So Delete Me is an incredible service that goes in and removes your information online, because you may not realize it, but so much of our life is online. And because of that, we are putting out our info all the time. It's like names and addresses and all of that. And so what happens is the internet keeps all of this and more. Like, it's crazy what people can find out about you from addresses, home addresses, not even your current one, and maybe the house you used to live in, even your employer. All of these things are out there for the internet to have. And we don't like that, because what ends up happening is companies will take your information and sell it to other companies. And then you get spammed and scammed and all of it. So you can save 20% on Delete Me plans, which works out to be only about $9 a month. So go to joindeleteme.com/Rachel to sign up today, or click the link in the description. All right, number 5 is one of our favorites, Michael Scott from The Office.
This is the worst.
Just the pain in his face. So it says, when you're making more money than ever, but still can't afford anything. Yes. Oh man, this is true. It is the worst. It is the worst. And I think what ends up happening is that your habits, they go with you. And so if you're not at a point where you're really intentional with where your money's going, the more money you make, that means the more money is going to disappear as you make more money, because you're not intentional with it, right? And lifestyle creep and oh, I'm earning this now, so now we can do this. And it ends up eating into your income. And so whenever you get to this point of your income goes up, be intentional with that margin, whatever that difference is. And I want you to enjoy some of it. Now, if you're still getting out of debt or still trying to build an emergency fund, use that raise or that bonus you got to help you get ahead with those goals. But overall, if you're yes, I'm making more money, so I'm going to increase my lifestyle a little bit. We're going to save a little bit more. We're going to give a little bit more. So it can feel like that for sure, but don't let lifestyle creep steal your income. All right, number 6.
Do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
Okay, just a man saying we're going to do it anyway. And it says, when the money's tight, but the shoes are on sale, we're going to do it anyway. Oh man, listen, sales are great, but just don't let the impulsive emotions steal your peace. And what happens is we're oh, it's a sale. It's a great deal. I'm going to get a great deal on it. And so you just go and buy. And then maybe you look up and you're oh, I didn't really need that. Why did I do that? So remember, marketing, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. All right, you guys. Well, it's always nice to have a little bit of lighthearted fun when it comes to just the struggles of money at times. And thank you to the internet and the wonderful memes that get us through laughing. But if you are serious about building wealth, make sure to check out my episode 5 Simple Habits for Building Wealth. You can check it out here, or if you're listening on podcast, I will leave a link below. All right, you guys, remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.